Hey, what's up? It's DJ Angelo. I'm here in Munich, Germany at the Algoriddim office, and we recently launched a DVS update to our award-winning DJ Pro AI software, allowing you to mix and scratch digital music files even from an iPhone. So what should we do other than invite the best in the game to put it to the test? How will it stand up? And who are our guests? Fellas, it's so good to see you. It's been a while. It's certainly been a while since I've seen all three of you together. And welcome to Munich.
Thank you, man. To be here. Great to be here. Great.
So I have a few questions for you. Before we go there, I would love for you guys to introduce yourselves, but instead of introducing yourselves, I would like you to introduce each other. So, the man to your left, please.
The guy to my left is the one and only DJ Shortkut. The juggler extraordinaire, scratch drummer extraordinaire, and the party rock extraordinaire.
Man, to the left we got my big bro, DJ Qbert, creator of many styles, and creates all the blueprints for a lot of us.
All right, Q. How about this guy?
It's my man D Styles. I could probably not nerd out with scratching as much as I do with this guy. Compared to everyone else, I nerd out with this guy the most. Scratch combos, and this guy's the scratch master. And
so, I read on Wikipedia that you guys actually went under a different name when you first started out. What's the story behind that, and what's the story behind your current name?
oh, we had a bunch then, if it's like
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
Turntable Dragons, it was Shadow of the Prophet. I gotta give a shout to Mixmaster Mike and Apollo, Rocksteady Crew DJs. That was another name of ours. Mixmaster Mike said, how about the Invisible Pickles? Yeah, so it would be called the Invisible Pickles, and we were laughing. And then DJ Disc, the next day he just called and said, how about Invisible Scratch Pickles? And we're like, ooh, and that stuck.
It's an art form that almost happened as a byproduct of just exploring with records, and it wasn't really a planned culture, a planned art form. And a lot of guys, including myself, learned from you. But who did you learn from? Who were your inspirations?
I think we're still students. I feel we're still learning. What do you guys think?
We're always still learning. But I mean, for me personally, I mean, I learned from guys who were scratching on records, and I would study and play songs over and over again. You know, Joe Cooley, Jazzy Jeff, you know, DJ Aladdin, Cash Money,
Magic Mike. Yeah, Magic Mike. I mean, DJ Man.
I mean, you know, pre-YouTube, all we had was just listening to the records. So just to see how do you do that? Just, you know, and put it back
Slowing the record down, like, how is that scratched?
Right.
And, you know, all we had was our imagination of how they did it, and we just interpret it that way instead of like, you know, now there's a video for everything that, you know, that shows you exactly how it's done. But back then it was just all records. We just go off with what we heard.
And battling too, all the VHSs and rewinding those tapes and studying how they did it. And sometimes we would figure it out, and then we would do it accidentally a different way and come up with an accidental new style or some shit.
You know what's funny too is back then, right? We'd have to call each other on the phone, like, "Hey, Short, check this out." We'd put the phone up.
Oh yeah.
Try to do, hey, can you do this?
Yeah,
What is
yeah.
that shit?
Yeah.
Wow, that's the equivalent of sending each other
A
DM.
file or something.
Yeah. Have to call each other.
Hey, what is this called?
Yeah, what is this?
Over the
again?
phone. You know what I mean?
Over
Like,
the phone.
So you mentioned battling just now. Do you think battling still has a place in DJing?
I believe so. Yeah, I mean, it's like these guys are trying to outdo each other, so they gotta create something different. They have to take it to the next level, or they're not gonna win. So those are the kind of guys that we like to pick out, like, oh, look at that, let's see that little thing he did right there. And yeah, it's definitely a school for us. So it's very important, I think. it pushes them to do something extra that hasn't been done before.
Our only outlet was battling, you know what I mean? Otherwise, no one was gonna try to hear you, you know what I mean? So that was the only place to really be heard and to just be a part of a community, to meet other DJs, other scratch DJs and learn from them, you know what I mean? So
for me, it's never gonna stop to keep not really battling, but to outdo yourself every day and get better than you were yesterday. So that's battling in itself, but not really competing. It's more like it's with yourself to just keep growing as a like a freaking plant, right? Nature just keeps growing, right? So it's like it's a never-ending, how do you call it? A journey, you know, of continuous growth.
I know you guys at the level you're at now, and even when I first discovered you guys in the 90s, you were at a super high level, but we all start somewhere, and there must have been a time when you guys sucked at this. Take me back to that time and when you started to feel that you had something.
I remember my first DJ battle, I got booed, and the crowd just, what I was trying to, I mean, I probably was horrible, but I thought I was good. And so, you know, I thought, all right, let me try battling. And, you know, I was really hurt because the audience kind of walked away, and then people were just like,
I've seen your battles, and he's so advanced that it went over their heads.
No,
that's the truth. Is that, yeah, I agree.
Not even.
Yeah, I think we're always gonna be our worst critics. So
that's true.
You know,
when did you start to believe in yourself that I could actually be good at this? Because I think there's a turning point for all artists when they go from I kind of like this, maybe it'll go somewhere, and then it's belief, like I could actually make something happen with this. Do you remember when that happened, Q? Do you remember?
Maybe about 2 or 3 years into it, I started, like prior to that, I was just scratching. I didn't know that there was a feel to it. And then after 2 or 3 years, I was, oh shit, it's like this. You know how you play pool and you're like, whatever, but then the one day you play pool and you're like, you use the force, and that's like when you're like, oh, there's a little thing in there, like you can connect with it, like, oh wow. You know, it's just, it took me about 2 or 3 years to get to that point. Yeah.
Okay, but on this subject, technology is obviously playing a big part in what we're able to do and how we're able to perform. And you've just tried the latest generation of DJ Pro AI with DVS. What's your thoughts?
Man, I think we just got a taste of the future right there.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely caught off guard of what the capabilities are. I think whether you're a turntablist cat or a DJ or a selector, it'll definitely change the way you apply yourself in those ways. You know what I'm saying? Like, just the ante's been up as far as the capabilities.
So one of the major key features in the software is Neuromix, and we just recently introduced Neuromix Vinyl, which you can use to isolate the stems just by needle dropping on the vinyl. So this is a bit of a nod to the golden era of DJ
12-inch.
The 12-inch.
The maxi 12-inch, yeah.
How do you feel that Neuromix or Neuromix Vinyl could be used in your performances as a crew?
Having total control of the music that you're playing and being able to isolate stuff on the fly in the middle of the mix, transition from one record to another, just changes everything. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna change the way people DJ, really.
And the accuracy gives us so much confidence to perform as a group too, and all the possibilities. And I was watching you guys do the demonstration. There's a lot of extras that you guys are not even like, people don't even see. I'm like, whoa, what's all this now? Oh my God.
I think with the accuracy that it has now, it's great that we have options to what we want to show up to the performance with, whether it be an iPhone, an iPad, a laptop. You know, it's up to you now. You know what I'm saying? And there's nothing that's gonna hold you back, pretty much.
Yeah, you know what's crazy too though is you're able to rock, not only rock a show, but you can use music that's streaming from Dropbox or from Tidal. You know what I mean? And still be able to manipulate it with the neural mix. You know, and isolate, take out the drums, just acapellas. You know what I mean? And that's bringing our creativity to the next level.